Good evening, much appreciation for tuning in to Maisha television, and this is definitely Maisha Prime News. It is my pleasure to once again bring you a comprehensive, authoritative, unbiased and incisive news that covers breaking news, developing stories, politics, education, and also what is happening at the business sector and many more. And just a recap for you tonight, the ODM boss Raila Odinga has denied claims by Deputy President William Ruto that he was the one who plotted to impeach President Uhuru Kenyatta. This is as Kirinyaga County Governor Anne Waiguru called on President Uhuru Kenyatta to extend a reconciliatory handshake to his deputy William Samuel Ruto. We have these and many more stories prepared for you tonight, and remember we have 5 over 5 segment at the end of the bulletin. Make sure you don't miss out. Welcome to the authoritative, unbiased and incisive bulletin that comes to you every Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. and 9 a.m. and on weekends that is Saturday and Sunday at 9 p.m. My name is Rida Kere. Alright, welcome on board. Kirinyaga County Governor Anne Waiguru has called on President Uhuru Kenyatta to extend a reconciliatory handshake to his deputy. This is after reports emerged that Ruto had allegedly plotted to impeach President Kenyatta. While defending Ruto, Waiguru urged Kenyans to dismiss the allegations with contempt, saying they were propaganda. She also faulted the president's advisors for misguiding the president and making up innuendos to soil the DP's reputation. Bushebi Jr. is on that story.
The
row between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto has reached a crescendo, according to Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru.
Message ya ground na tungependa ili watu wa Mount Kenya wamesema hao sio waongo.
Speaking at a rally on Tuesday, Waiguru urged the two to broker a truce.
Ili watu wa Mount Kenya wamesema hao sio waongo. Pia wamesema hawapangwi. Wamekataa kupangwa. Wamekataa kulazimishwa. Wamesema hao ni watu waaminifu. Ulikuja ukasema miaka 10 yako, 10 ya Ruto. Hao wamesema hawataki kujulikana kule nje kama watu ambao wanatumia wengine vibaya. Ati unamweka majina mabaya ndio umwangushe chini.
She pleaded with Uhuru to initiate the handshake between the two and reduce the tension escalating between their allies. Waiguru referenced claims President Uhuru Kenyatta made against his deputy, who he accused of having plotted to impeach him prior to his gentleman's agreement with Azimio la Umoja presidential aspirant Raila Odinga.
Ndio hawa watu wasikuwa upande mmoja na wewe upande mwingine ukienda nyumbani mwezi wa 8. Kwa sababu hautafuti kiti tena. Tunakuomba umsalimie ndio uende nyumbani na heshima yako.
The president was reported to have made the allegations while meeting the Kikuyu Council of Elders at State House on Saturday, March 26th. The former cabinet secretary for devolution beseeched Uhuru to convene a meeting and address his differences with his deputy before the August 9th general election.
Watu wa Mount Kenya wamekataa. Hata sisi tulitii amri ya hawa watu. Tukaingia chama cha UDA. Kwa hivyo tunakuomba kwa heshima kuu, fanya handshake, halafu utoke kando, uache William Samoei Ruto amenyane na huyu mzee wa Azimio. Si ndio? Na sisi watu wa Mount Kenya tunasema asubuhi na mapema tutakuwa tumeingiza nani State House.
She further defended Ruto, who is the Kenya Kwanza coalition leader, insisting that at no point did he plan to sabotage Uhuru's administration.
Sisi tunakuomba Mheshimiwa Rais, hao watu ambao wamekuzingira na kuomba uwabadilishe. kwa sababu hao ndio wanakupoteza njia. Kukuambia uwekelee William Samoei Ruto maneno ati ndio achukiwe na watu wa Mount Kenya, hawa watu hawabadiliki. Nyinyi mnabadilika watu wa Mount Kenya? Mnabadilika? Mtawacha Ruto hata akiitwa amefanya nini?
Justifying her call for the truce between the two leaders, Waiguru made it clear that the handshake will ensure Uhuru leaves power with his dignity intact. She also accused Orange Democratic Movement leader Raila Odinga of being behind the impeachment plan through his infamous swearing-in ceremony as the people's president on January 30th, 2018.
Kama iko mtu alijaribu kuangusha serikali yako, sisi tunajua mwenye alijaribu kuangusha serikali ya Uhuru ni nani? Ni nani? Si alijiapisha mchana? Si kila mtu aliona? Huyo ndio sisi tunajua alijaribu kukuangusha wewe. Na kama ulimsalimia, sisi tunakuomba kwa heshima, miezi 4 ambayo imebaki, wewe tafadhali fanya handshake na William Samoei Ruto.
Raila, on the other hand, dispelled reports that he was aware of the impeachment plans that were allegedly being orchestrated by Ruto.
I'm not aware about those claims. Okay? So I have nothing to say. What do you want me to say? I don't want to get involved. That's the Excellency on behalf of the press.
Uhuru had described Ruto as a leader with an insatiable appetite for power who was keen on fomenting dissent from within the Jubilee Party to elbow his administration. Responding to the claims, Ruto dispelled them, asking Uhuru to respect the office of the president.
Nataka nimwambie ndugu yangu rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, tafadhali Mheshimiwa Rais, wewe umechaguliwa kama rais ya Wakenya wote. Wewe ni rais wa jamii zote za Kenya. Tafadhali usitumie ikulu kugawanya wananchi wa taifa la Kenya kwa misingi ya makabila zao. Please.
For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Bushabe Jr.
The Petroleum Outlets Association of Kenya, POAC, has attributed the shortage of fuel to several factors which have created unfavorable trading conditions. POAC, in a statement released on Monday, explained that at times they have to deal with unfair practices in the international market, such as artificial shortage since 2021. The situation was worsened by the ongoing Ukrainian conflict. Brian Gad is with more story on that.
An acute fuel shortage has hit North Rift and Western Kenya for the last 3 days, causing long queues for a few open fuel stations. Most stations operators said they had run out of fuel on Friday. Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority (EPRA) has attributed the fuel shortage in various parts of the country to logistical constraints. In response to the ongoing reports of fuel shortage in parts of North Rift and Western Kenya, EPRA issued a statement affirming that the constraints had led to independent petroleum dealers running out of petroleum stock, occasioning the shortage. The authority assured the public that it is working to fix the issue and ensure adequate fuel supply. The Petroleum Outlets Association of Kenya, POAC, has attributed the shortage of fuel to several factors, which has created unfavorable trading conditions. POAC, in a statement released on Monday, 27th March, explained that at times they have to deal with unfair practices in the international market, such as artificial shortage since 2021. The situation was worsened by the ongoing Ukrainian conflict. POAC, which sources the product from multinational companies that are part of the open trade system, announced. In addition, they also blamed the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority (EPRA) for not cushioning them from local wholesale suppliers of petrol, despite issuing the maximum prices of the products at petrol stations. This has left them at the mercy of suppliers who sell the fuel at pump prices, making their businesses unsustainable. They further called on the government to intervene in the situation. Notably, the suppliers will continue to explore available options to restore the flawless supply of the product. On Monday, March 28th, several motorists across the country flocked petrol stations to purchase either petrol or diesel. A majority of them was turned down by attendants over lack of fuel. An increase of the fuel cost in the April review for the month March 15th to April 14th sparked concern among Kenyans who had no other option than to dig deeper into their pockets to make ends meet as the price of other commodities rose. Fear of an even worse shortage has caused motorists and matatu operators to desperately go around petrol stations in the region in search of fuel. Some were seen carrying plastic containers and jerrycans searching for fuel. Some motorists were seen pushing their cars along the road after running out of petrol. Only Shell, Ola and other petrol stations have fuel. Motorists and bodaboda operators have expressed frustrations.
Sasa kwa sababu saa hii watoto wetu wanaumia kule nyumbani. Hakuna chakula, tulihangaika mpaka tulienda Kakamega kutafuta mafuta jana. Na hata nilikuwa na bibi yenye alikuwa anataka kujifungua kwa nyumbani. Nimezunguka na tamus kuingia kwa mafuta wananiambia hakuna mafuta.
Tumekuwa hapa tangu 6 tukingoja mafuta. Na tumepanga laini, after some few hours tunaambiwa mafuta imeisha. So tunahangaika kabisa na hata hakuna kazi saa hizi. Pikipiki zetu ni za loan. Nataka tuangalie kabisa hapo hivi.
Maisha Television, Brian Gad.
And Deputy President William Ruto has promised to revisit the Higher Education Loans Board HELB monies should he be elected president in August. Speaking in Kwale County on Tuesday, Dr. Ruto stated that he sympathized with university students over the poor distribution of HELB loans in his government will move to streamline the fund. Philip Simiyu reports.
Deputy President William Ruto led the Kenya Kwanza rally in Kitui County on Tuesday 29th to drum support for his 9th August presidential bid.
Our priority number 1, priority yetu ya kwanza, tunasema mwaka huu vile tulikuwa tumepanga ndani ya Big 4, hawa wajamaa wakaisambaratisha. Priority yetu sio kubadilisha katiba wapate vyeo na mamlaka viongozi. Priority yetu tunaweka bilioni 100 kwa mambo ya housing, agro-processing, value addition, manufacturing, ndio tupange ajira ya hawa vijana wa taifa letu la Kenya. Mambo ya Ukambani na maji, mumesema mambo ya maji miaka yote. Saa hizi tunatengeneza damu ya Thwake hapa. Tumeweka the first 35 billion phase 1. Mimi nataka niwaambie watu wa Ukambani, nimeketi chini na viongozi wenu na tumepanga a charter. I am ready to sign a charter with the people of Kitui on their priorities so that day 1 we can implement the priorities of the people of Kitui County, starting with water.
Ruto stated that his government will do away with interest rates imposed on HELB loans for the university and tertiary learning facilities.
Sisi wote tunasema tunataka ile HELB, Higher Education Loans Board. Sindio? Pesa ya Higher Education Loans Board. Kwanza tuondoe interest. Kusiwe na interest yeyote. Na ya pili, hiyo pesa ni kidogo sana. Inatakikana iongezwe. Na jambo la tatu, inachelewa. Inakuja ikiwa imejelewa sana. Watu wamesha ya Higher Education Loans Board. Tunaelewana comrades?
Ruto said that he will change HELB from loan to grant that will facilitate higher learning and avoid oppressing young people.
Tutatengeneza sehemu ya hiyo Higher Education Loans Board pia iwe ni grant, isiwe ni loan. Tunaelewana? Especially to the needy children of our republic.
Comrade power! Comrade power! Sasa tumetaka kumhakikishia kwamba tuko na yeye hadi ile dakika ya mwisho, na kile kitu tunasema hakuna kure yetu itakuja kupangiwa, si ndio? Alafu ile kazi venye tumesema sisi kama vijana tunataka kazi zote ziwe na manifestos under the DPs bottom up project, si ndio? Tuhakikishiwe kwamba sisi kama vijana tutakuwa kwa serikali.
The Kenya Kwanza leaders called on Kitui residents to join the winning team, saying that Raila Odinga will not clinch the country's top seat.
Kama yule mtu wa kitendawili yule kwa Azimia yule kama alishindwa kura akiwa na Musalia na Wetangula, sasa nyinyi watu wa Kitui mnaona anaweza pita kama hawako? Mnaona anaweza pita kweli? Mnataka kukaa nje ya serikali miaka ingine 5. Ndio tumekuja hapa tukiwa na William Ruto, tuombe kura zenu za president ndio tuhakikishe this time tumeingia sawa sawa.
Wananchi wa Kwaponza tumesimama na wewe. Mtu wa kitendawili ana nafasi tena. Ako na nafasi. Raila aende nyumbani. Sisi hatutapigia mtu kura ambaye analala kwa mkutano kama hii. Sisi hatutapiga kura ya mtu ambaye amejaribu kupindua serikali. Sisi hatutapiga kura ya mtu ambaye amejaribu kujiapisha. Ama tutapigia kura ni kwa Asla. Ebu nione kura ya Asla juu.
They said that as the Kenya Kwanza government, their main agenda is to uplift Kenyans from poverty.
Ile shida kubwa Kenya ambayo lazima tupambane nayo ni shida ya umaskini. Tuhakikishe kwamba kila mwananchi ako na pesa kwa mfuko yake. Wale wengine wanatuambia ya kwamba ile shida kubwa sana ni kubadilisha katiba na kuweka vyeo vya viongozi. Lakini sisi tunasema hapana, sisi kwanza tushughulikie mwananchi alafu viongozi baadaye. Si namna hiyo.
For Prime News Maisha Television, I'm Philip Simi.
And the celebrations continue after Tuesday's release of KCPE examinations, with teachers and parents calling for fairness in Form 1 selection exercise. Our reporter Millicent Makoha compiled the celebrations from different schools across the country.
Celebration for KCPE top performers continued for the second day after results were released on Monday.
And our best people had 424, and really thank God for that. We know it is God's doing.
Sikuwa natarajia hizo, nilikuwa nataka nipate 430, lakini bado tu nitamshukuru Mungu kwa sababu yeye ni mwema. Na kwa maisha ningependa kuwa scientist ndio niweze kutafuta madawa kwa hizi magonjwa kama kansa ambayo yana kioo, kwa sababu ningependa tu kutibu watu kwa sababu babangu alikufa akiwa na saratani na ningependa kutibu watu ili wasife.
Mtihani kwa mara kwanza niliona mgumu. Kwa maana mimi nilikuwa siko sawa katika masomo mengine, lakini nilijitahidi. Na ningependa kuwashukuru na watu ambao walinichangia faulu kwangu.
In different counties, primary schools celebrated good performances and high mean score as compared to previous years.
Kwanza before opening the paper niliomba kwa sababu some people wanaona blackout tu akifungua karatasi. So ninaondoa shetani wote ambao unaweza kuwa ni surround. Then nikifanya karatasi I read the question carefully. I sort it in my mind, then nina solve the question. Kama ni swali najibu vile inapaswa. And reading the question twice or even thrice inasaidia.
I wanted to be among the top 10 in Kenya, but this is also nice because it's according to God's will and I can't change that.
She was a very disciplined girl. She was very bright. In fact, when we do the internal exams, she could always be above 470. So we had very high expectation.
My pass mark was 420, so I didn't want anything below 420. Yeah, I was sure I was to get something above 420.
I feel very happy right now. I'm overjoyed. I mean, obviously, success comes from hard work, and we all did surely work hard.
Kila safari kuna mabonde, lakini tumeweza kupata alama ambazo kwamba tulikuwa tunatarajia miaka yote. Safari hii tumevunja rekodi yetu wenyewe.
Ningependa kuwa daktari na kujenga hospitali yangu na kusaidia wagonjwa.
Things are going to be good because of the combination of the teachers, the parents and the pupils.
If you have received your marks and they're not pleasing to you, sleep is not a fault, so don't be discouraged, so just keep working hard and smart.
We had 59 students this time, the same number we had last year, and actually we are happy that the mean score has actually slightly improved this year. We are a very happy lot.
For Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television, I'm Millicent Makoha.
And moving on, the government has moved to ensure that Kenyans pay less for data bundles. On Tuesday, the government launched a new fiber optic cable that will offer additional broadband to existing internet service providers. Bushebi Junior with more.
The government has moved to ensure that Kenyans pay less for data bundles.
Sababu sasa cables mambo mingi ya Kiswahili for now. Let me talk in English.
Tuesday, March 29th this year, the government launched a new fiber optic cable that will offer additional broadband to existing internet service providers.
We're happy that we're able to come and launch the cable. We are here with the CEO of Telecom Kenya and many other people from the industry to make sure that as a country we continue to have, people investing in the country. This is the 6th cable. We have many, so we are very happy with the current progress. This will hopefully ensure that even the bundles that we talk about are going to be lower, and I'm sure there's pressure on the CEO of Telecom to see how he can reduce.
Information and Communications Cabinet Secretary Joe Musheru witnessed the launch which took place in Mombasa.
Lakini tunafuraha sana.
The CS stated that the whole cable will not only facilitate faster internet connectivity for Kenyans, but also decrease the prices of data bundles.
Peace cable imefika. Hii peace cable ni ya 6. Imetuletea tuseme bundles ama data nyingi, so that we can be able to use, tutumie vizuri, hata pesa haitakuwa ni mingi, watu watatumia wakitumia bundles zao, lakini quality, security itakuwa mingi. Na Kenya sasa tunafurahi, umeona Microsoft walikuja wakafungua ofisi hapa na watu wengi, tulifungua na mtukufu rais, hata sasa unaona hii cable, Moderna walikuja wana invest. Kenya inaendelea.
Notably, the new fiber optic cable will connect Kenya to Europe and parts of Asia. CS Musheru explained that the cable is called a PEACE, which means Pakistan, East Africa, China, Euro cable.
First of all, this cable is an important one for the country. It's not just for the government, it's for every Kenyan, it's for our youth. It allows us to have more capacity, faster, connecting to Europe, connecting to Asia, much faster. It's called the Peace Cable. So this is Pakistan and East Africa to Europe. That's what peace stands for, and we're happy.
Telcom CEO Mugo Kibati added that the project is crucial to the country since Kenya is turning into a technology hub for the region. Kibati as well as noted that after the pandemic, Kenya realized it needed to improve communication and connectivity in order to sustain the economy.
Hii news ambayo imefika leo inaitwa Peace, kumaanisha Pakistan, East Africa, China, Europe cable, yani ni kueneza mawasiliano kutoka ufuo wa Kenya hadi Europa hadi Uchina, dunia nzima. Na mnajua kwamba hii miaka miwili iliyopita jangwa la corona limetulazimisha
tuhakikishe Kenya mzima imepata 3G na 4G. Unasikia hata hii watu wa ABC wanauliza mambo ya communications, sijui wanaanza kusema ni watu wa CA. CA hana network, hawana network. CA ni regulator. Watu ambao wako na network ni hawa Safaricom, Telcom, Airtel. Sasa hawa watu wanatakiwa kuongea na watu wa networks, sio regulator.
PEACE is the 6th fiber optic cable and has better technical aspects compared to the previous ones according to the CEO. The cable has key landing points in France, Pakistan and Kenya with plans to extend to South Africa in its second phase.
Tunajua kuwa kuna cables 5 ambazo tayari zilikuwa zishakuwa launch na ziko operational. Hii ni kumaanisha kuwa sisi kama Mombasa County now tuko na very better advantage of promoting digital economy. Tunajua kuwa cable kama hizi itarahisisha kufanya online business kwa dunia yote, na pia tunatarajia ile vision yetu ambayo kufanya Mombasa kama technology hub iwe implemented, kwa sababu vile sasa tuko na cable 6 hapa, inamaanisha kuwa cable zote 6 inaweza patiana more redundancy. Kama cable nyingine unaona imejaa ama iko na shida, hizi zingine zinaweza kuchukua, especially cable ya hapa.
During the environmental impact assessment placed with the National Environment Management Authority NEMA, Telkom Kenya stated that it was confident that when complete, the high-speed PEACE cable system will offer the shortest route interconnecting 3 of the world's most populous continents. According to Telkom Kenya, the undersea cables have huge bandwidth as well as high-speed internet while reducing the cost of connectivity.
Ukilinganisha na zile cable 5 za kwanza, hii ni kama terabytes zake ni zaidi ya hizo za kwanza 5. Kwa hivyo kila mwaka ambapo unaona cable mpya ikija, huwa teknolojia imeenda mbali sana.
The PEACE cable will maintain low latency connections for data transmission in multiple aspects such as content, cloud, gaming and video streaming platforms. For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Bushabi Jr.
And the Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI, says as a country we are not out of the woods yet with the surging pandemic. This is despite the Ministry of Health easing some of the restrictions aimed at combating the COVID-19 pandemic. KEMRI has partnered with the World Health Organization to train other African countries in identifying different COVID-19 variants. The training aims at training scientists on how to track the different types of COVID-19 variants and how to treat them.
Here, KEMRI, as you are aware, has been the forefront in the fight against COVID-19, not only within Kenya, but in the Africa region. One of the expertise that we have managed, or which we are not only supporting the Ministry of Health and the other African countries, is the issue of tracking the COVID variants or the type of COVID that is circulating in the country or in the world, especially for this region. It is very important to track the variants of COVID because COVID changes. Today you had the first time we had another one called Delta, then afterwards it was changed to Omicron. Then we have right now other also called sub-Omicrons. So they keep changing. And as they are keeping changing, they have an impact, number one, on transmissibility, how they are transmitted. Others are transmitted faster than others. Also on disease progression, when you get infected, how fast you get the disease. Then mostly again on vaccines. Some variants may come which the vaccines are not able to actually have an effect on. Then some other variants may come in, may also be due in terms of treatment. They might not, the treatment that's coming up for COVID, they might not be able to actually be enough to be able to know if they are sensitive to those particular treatments. So it's very, very important to track the variants because of the changing nature of this particular COVID every time. And why we are here today is that we have that expertise to do what is called sequencing and bioinformatics to know the type of variants that circulate in the country. And we are now training others from the Africa region so that they can also be able to track in the areas. Because we have been receiving samples from various African countries, sending it to us in KEMRI to be able to sequence them and know what type of variant they have.
The registration of border operators leading to issuance of smart driving licenses entered day 2 on Tuesday in Huduma centers across the country. In Kirinyaga County, the Interior Principal Secretary Dr. Karanja Kibicho called out leaders whom he says are inciting border operators. He says the reasoning behind the exercise is to have them united so that their voice can be heard.
Saa zingine mimi nakuwa kwa barabara na naangalia bodaboda akiwa mbele yangu, naona vile ana behave, naona kweli sisi tukiwa serikali iko kitu tunafaa tufanye. Juu unakuta saa zingine anataka kuingia, angalia hata nyuma kama iko gari iko speeding, anakata tu left na labda kuna gari iko speed. Unakuta gari imekuja imemuinua. Huyo kijana ni kukosa kujua, na ndio tukafikiria kitu ya kwanza ndio hii programu yetu ikuwe na maana, ni kuelimisha nyinyi na kuwapea opportunity. Na ndio tukafikiria hivi. Juu hata hapa Kirinyaga najua nikiita leaders wa bodaboda hapa. Iko group A, iko group B, iko chairman wengi, hata national chairman. Mimi nimepata national chairman, hata nawauliza nyinyi bodaboda organization yenu ni gani? Kwanza, kitu ya kwanza ni nyinyi mkue mmejipanga. Hii kukua fragmented, iko national chairman 10, akona tu amwezi fanya ile kitu inaitwa self regulation. Kwa hivyo nataka kuwaomba tukiendelea kufanya self regulation, kwanza tukue na chama yetu ya national yenye inaweza kuwa na sauti kuwatetea, inaweza kuwa na sauti hata nyinyi wenyewe mnaweza amua mnataka mbunge aende bunge akuwe anatetea nyinyi, mnaweka mtu akuwe na sauti, na mwezi weka mtu akuwe na sauti kama nyinyi wenyewe hamjipangi. Iko watu wengine walikuwa wanapiga siasa wakasema endeni mkachukue bodaboda zenu polisi. Tusianze kuwa watu wenye hawatii sheria. Vile waziri wetu alisema, na asianze kuwekwa kwa kikapu moja na wale watu wanaambia watu wavunje sheria. Alisema wale watu wameshikwa na bodaboda na ziko kwa police station na ni minor offense, waende hapo, watapata polisi, atafanya evaluation na atarudishiwa bodaboda yake. Lakini tunajua iko bodaboda nyingi kwa polisi yenye iko huko kwa sababu tofauti. Iko bodaboda imeua mtu, iko bodaboda ilikuwa na third party accident, iko bodaboda imefanya crime kubwa. Hiyo hajasema iachiliwe. Hiyo ni lazima mtu aende atibiwe na sheria vile inafaa. Lakini iko ile bodaboda ilipatikana umeshikwa au javaa reflector jacket, iko bodaboda ilikuwa taa ni usiku haiwaki, iko bodaboda ilikuwa signal ifanyi. Hizo minor offense ndio utaenda polisi, uelezee polisi, alafu utoe identification document yako kuprove hiyo ni bodaboda yako. Otherwise tutaenda huko bodaboda zenu ukute zimeenda na watu wengine.
And away from that, the Supreme Court of Kenya has announced that it will deliver the Building Bridges Initiative BBI judgment on Thursday, March 31st. In a notice, Supreme Court Registrar Letizia Wachira said the ruling will be made at 9 a.m. at the Supreme Court of Kenya buildings.
The Supreme Court is set to issue its judgment on the appeal case on the Building Bridges Initiative on Thursday, March 31st. Supreme Court Registrar Letizia Wachira said the 7-judge bench chaired by Chief Justice Martha Koome will issue the verdict at 9 a.m. In the much-anticipated ruling that may have major consequences for the August 9th presidential and parliamentary polls, the court will either appeal the ruling of the Court of Appeal that rendered the BBI process unconstitutional, null and void, or invalidate the lower court's ruling altogether.
Its decision to stop BBI to a cost-benefit analysis, in other words, if it had considered the burden of choice, then there are questions the judiciary would have asked. If we indeed were at a constitutional moment, is a decision against BBI a decision in support of the status quo?
Please allow the court to make a fair, properly informed decision without unnecessary attacks, comments by all concerned.
President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who engineered the BBI process, were among those who moved to the Apex Court to challenge the invalidation of the process and will be looking out for a different outcome.
If this story we are being told about nobody can stop reggae, if the reggae is what we are seeing, the ethnicity that is being preached in BBI rallies and the ethnic profiling of communities and the hate and the campaign one community against another, if that is the reggae they are talking about, my friends, reggae will stop.
The constitutional reforms pushed by the two aimed to expand the executive and address the winner-takes-all electoral system blamed for frequent explosions of poll-related violence. The BBI was drawn up following a rapprochement between President Kenyatta and his erstwhile opponent Odinga, and a famous handshake between the two after the ODM leader disputed the outcome of the 2017 election. The proposed amendments to the 2010 Constitution were approved by Parliament in May 2021 and were then due to be put to a referendum. But just 2 days later, a three-judge bench of the High Court ruled they were illegal as the President did not have the right to initiate the process.
A declaration is hereby made that the President does not have authority under the Constitution to initiate changes to the Constitution, and that a constitutional amendment can only be initiated by Parliament through a parliamentary initiative and Article 256, or through a popular initiative and Article 257 of the Constitution.
The Court of Appeal in August 2021 upheld the view and said President Kenyatta could even be sued in a civil court for launching the process.
A declaration is hereby made that Mr. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has contravened Chapter 6 of the Constitution, and specifically Article 73, Sub-Article 1, Sub-Article A, Sub-Article 1.
At the Supreme Court during the hearing, President Kenyatta's lawyers mounted spirited fight, submitting that the law gives the President immunity from prosecution or civil action while he is in office.
Article 131 of the Constitution confers upon the President certain functions, the performance of which may potentially include amending the Constitution.
We have now current politicians, and there's very little really to admire them for. Most of them, you get the impression that they are job seekers, they are office seekers, and they come up with things like amendment of the Constitution because they want to continue to be in power.
The judge under the Constitution 2010 is a lion or a lioness. You are expected to roar the constitutional truth. You are expected to say it like it.
The decision of the judges is that the judgment will be on notice.
For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Bishop Junior.
The East African Community EAC heads of state have admitted Democratic Republic of Congo into the regional bloc, becoming the 7th and newest member of the community after South Sudan. President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is the current chair of the bloc, which also comprises of Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda. DRC's admission was approved at the 19th Extraordinary Summit of the EAC heads of state conducted virtually. The proposal to admit DRC was presented by the EAC Council of Ministers, which held the 48th Extraordinary Council meeting on Friday to put the final touches on the admission plan. Following the ministers' meeting, EAC and Regional Affairs Principal Secretary Dr. Kevit Desai said all the prerequisite steps had been undertaken, clearing the way for the presentation of DRC's bid to the heads of state. Brian Gad with more.
The Democratic Republic of Congo has joined the East African Community EAC as its 7th member, massively expanding the territory of the trade bloc, giving her access to the Atlantic Ocean and greatly increasing the number of French speakers in what began as a club of former British colonies.
You know, for many years, the trade between Kenya and DRC has been insignificant. The reason has been DRC was at war. It was not safe to do business here. But since 2014, we have made an entry into this country. We are looking at export of our coffee, export of our tea, export of our milk. Yeah.
The EAC heads of state have approved the admission of the DR Congo into the bloc at a summit meeting on Tuesday, but although it officially has become a member, not much can change straight away. Congolese lawmakers still have to ratify the EAC laws and regulations before they come into effect. Congolese citizens wishing to visit the other member countries without a visa may need to wait a little longer because full integration into the EAC could take months or even a year. For instance, South Sudan took 4 months from acceding to the Community Treaty in April 2016 to becoming a full member of the EAC in August that year. DR Congo applied for membership in 2019, hoping to improve trade and political ties with other East African neighbors. It will allow Congolese citizens to travel freely to other countries, and trade will become much quicker, simpler, and cheaper, which should benefit businesses and consumers in all countries.
We have already considered and adopted in our closed session the report by Chair of Council, and we did this during our closed session, and the summit has therefore taken a decision to admit the DRC as a full member of the East African community, the details of which will be reported fully in the communique by the Secretary General.
The country share borders with all EAC members except Kenya and hopes to attract more investors from the region. Joining the bloc gives DR Congo better access to facilities such as the Indian Ocean ports of Dar es Salaam and Mombasa. Import taxes for goods accepted as being made in DR Congo will be removed or greatly reduced while entering to other countries, while transporting goods will become much cheaper. The process of transporting goods across borders should become much simpler. Currently, authorities at the border points all operate different systems. The inclusion of DR Congo's consumer market of close to 90 million people will expand the EAC market to almost 300 million and open the bloc to the Congolese economy, which is rich in all kinds of natural resources. In theory, the East African countries could gain access to West Africa and the Atlantic Ocean through DR Congo, but the country's road and railway networks would need to be massively upgraded first. The only way of getting across this vast country, which is 2/3 the size of Western Europe at the moment, is by air. This potential expansion of trade linked from the Indian Ocean to the Atlantic would help expand the region's economic potential at a time when the continent is working to implement the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Maisha Television, Brian Gad.
Alright folks, that story takes us for a short commercial break. I'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.
It is a season of seriousness, and only the serious presenters come onto your screen.
Maisha Prime News and Maisha Prime Morning Edition.
My hustle, my story.
Maisha Prime Weekend.
Rida Kirin Chibet, Millicent Makoha, Brian Gad. Only on Maisha TV. Gospel Believers Fellowship Bible College, located in Bungoma at Gospel Believers Fellowship Church next to Huduma Center, invites you to take courses in Bible studies. The Bible College offers 57 basic Bible courses, with every class filled with transformational truth, with a focus on growth and development in academic smarts. Gospel Believers Fellowship Bible College is a non-denominational college that helps in your understanding of the scriptures.
We have 54 courses that we carry out to our students Tuko na diploma level 1 na diploma level 2.
We have morning classes at 10 a.m. and evening classes at 3 p.m.
Tangu nianze sikujua ministry gift ni nini. Sasa nimejua.
The college is in collaboration with International Victory Bible Institute IVBI in Oklahoma in USA and runs 3 semesters per year. The courses are designed for anyone who wants a focused, organized and thorough study of the Bible. Our mission is to equip people to practice the kingdom way of life and become mature disciples of Christ.
Kwa majina ni Patrick Wanyonyi Wasike, ni mwanafunzi wa theology katika shule hii.
Mwanafunzi anapojiunga na chuo cha Biblia analipia tu production ya vitabu, kwa sababu tunafanya kitabu kimoja shilingi 200 na tuition fee tunafanya shilingi 1000 per semester, yani katika msimu mmoja wa kusoma. Mafundisho haya ni si ya dini moja. Ni mafundisho ambayo katika kimombo tunasema it is interdenominational.
Welcome to Gospel Believers Fellowship Bible College. Contact us today 0724-039-828, 0724-039-828, or you can visit our offices at Gospel Believers Fellowship Headquarters Church next to Bungoma Huduma Center. Gospel Believers Fellowship Bible College, teaching you to know Christ. Kisiwa Technical Training Institute is a leading technical training institute committed to offering high-quality education in the process, produce highly skilled, knowledgeable and responsible graduates in the field of engineering, science and technology. We provide high-quality education in Kenya and beyond, offered by a dedicated team of lecturers for globally competitive skills in TVET, innovations and research solutions for socio-economic prosperity. You can apply for a diploma or a certificate course in electrical engineering, information and communication technology, social work and community development, agriculture and agricultural engineering, hospitality and institutional management, building and civil engineering, business studies, secretarial studies, among many. We offer both online learning and blended learning through e-learning. The institute does not charge any fee for admission application forms. Apply now. Kisiwa Technical Training Institute is located in Kabuchai in Bungoma County. Under Kisiwa Technical Training Institute, you get quality training under modern facilities, library, laboratory, playing grounds and courts.
Once you enroll with us, you are assured of out of the total fees for the year 56,420, the government is going to pay for you 30,000 shillings.
For more information, contact us on 011-0096-090, 011-0096-090. You can also send your application to PO Box 657 Bungoma. You can write your email to info@kisiwatech.ac.ke. Kisiwa Technical Training Institute, a center of excellence in TVET research and innovations.
Are you looking for a reputable technical institution to enhance your technical skills? Look no further. Kongoni Technical and Vocational College is an approved technical training institute by TVETA, a college committed to providing you with quality programs and services that will enhance and enrich your technical hands-on skills to meet societal needs. It is a top-rated technical and vocational college in provision of training, innovation, and action research in Kenya and beyond. We provide quality technical vocational training and research in collaboration with stakeholders to produce highly skilled and innovative human resource. We offer certificate in general agriculture, diploma in entrepreneurial agriculture, diploma in general agriculture, artisan in storekeeping, certificate in computerized secretarial, certificate in supply chain management, certified in information studies, certified public accountant, diploma in accounting, diploma in supply chain management, certificate in ICT, diploma in ICT, certificate in welding and fabrication, diploma in welding and fabrication, certificate in hairdressing and beauty, diploma in fashion design and clothing, certificate in fashion design and clothing, among many. Kongoni Technical and Vocational College is located in Likuyani Sub-County of Kakamega County, next to Likuyani Sub-County headquarters along Kitale Eldoret Road. For more information, contact us on 0721927458 or 0712114908. You can also send your application to PO Box 4530-205 Matunda or write to us on email to kongonitvc@gmail.com. Kongoni Technical and Vocational College, technology and innovation to meet societal needs.
A strong woman knows she has strength enough for the journey. But a woman of strength knows it is in the journey where she will become strong. Join Irene Mumbo Bushebi and Rita Kering on Prime Women Talk every Wednesday from 8 p.m. exclusive to MTV.
What would you want to be? A business executive? A building and civil engineer? A hospitality, fashion or tourism practitioner? A social worker? Then walk into Navaholo Technical and Vocational College and start your journey to the career of your dreams. We offer certificate and diploma courses from recognized examination bodies. Navaholo TVC has shown clearly in terms of performance academically, where all students who sat for exams in civil engineering and building technology pass, proving that it is actually a center of excellence in building and civil engineering. If you want to get your career going, then Navaholo TVC is the right place for you. You can apply for diploma or certificate course in building and civil engineering, electrical engineering, music studies, information and communication technology, social work and community development, agriculture and agricultural engineering, hospitality and institutional management, business studies, secretarial studies, among many. Apply now. Navaholo Technical and Vocational College is located in Bunyala Central Location, Navaholo Sub-County in Kakamega County. At Navaholo Technical and Vocational College, we also have computer laboratory, land survey room, library space, and administration offices. For more information, contact us on 0721-589977, 0721-589977, or you can email us to navaholotvc@gmail.com or info@navaholotvc.sc.ke Kakamega, or visit our website www.navaholotvc.sc.ke. Navaholo Technical and Vocational College, Center of Excellence in Building and Civil Engineering.
The stage is set. The time is now. Credible news. It is Prime News. Only on Maisha TV. Prepare for the beast. Informative. Authoritative. Unbiased. Welcome to Maisha News.
Alright, welcome back. Gladly tuned into Maisha Television, and every day here on Maisha Prime News, we air feature from different schools across the country. Let's have a look at our today's education segment.
One of the biggest reasons why education is important is that it helps us become better versions of ourselves. It is not just about giving students all the answers. A superior teacher will help each child in their classroom cultivate a long life desire to learn and build the skills to find their own answers out in the world. Although getting an education at school sometimes involves cramming facts and information into your brain. St. Christopher Enyapora High School, located in Mumias West Sub-County in Kakamega County, is the center for excellence in equipping students with skills and knowledge in academics. Under the leadership of Mr. Nicholas Opio, the school has posted excellent grades in KCSE exams since he took the mandate as the school principal.
In terms of academics, we tried. In 2019, the school managed to take 7 students to university. Several got a C and above, and we are happy with that. In 2020, we had a slight drop due to issue of corona, and we did not post at least the grades that we hoped to do so, because when we came back, things were not the way we left in February 2020. But all the same, our candidature of 2021 were 85, and therefore they are determined to ensure that the best results come from this school.
Apart from academics, the school also participates in co-curriculum activities such as soccer, athletics, among other games. The school also has an active Scout Club members, which plays an important role such as first aid services and environmental conservation. The students have appreciated the school principal for the efforts he has put in moving the school forward, promising good grades in the coming national exam.
Mimi ni mwanafunzi wa Enyapora Secondary School. Mimi nimekuwa kiranja kuanzia kidato cha kwanza hadi sasa ni kidato cha 4. Nimekuwa nikihudumu hii kazi vizuri na wenzangu. Mimi ndoto yangu nikimaliza kidato cha 4, ningependa kuwa an entrepreneur, kufanya biashara na niendelee mbele maishani mwangu.
Kwa majina naitwa Patrick Kamala, mimi ni mwanafunzi wa St. Christopher Enyapora Secondary School. Nimefurahia kuwa kiranja wa shule hii, mimi ndio kiranja mkuu wa shule hii. Na kama kiranja nimehudumu kuanzia mwaka 2018 hadi mwaka 2022, wakati sasa nimeretire nikiwa katika kidato cha 4. Ndoto yangu kama mwanafunzi, mimi napenda somo la Kiswahili na somo la Kiingereza, na pia vile vile napenda somo la historia. Sasa ndoto yangu nikimaliza kidato cha 4 niwe mwanahabari shupavu hapa nchini Kenya. Sina mengi, la ni hayo tu.
Mr. Nicholas has appreciated the stakeholders' collaboration, requesting the well-wishers to help in provision of more learning facilities.
With 4 classrooms, but presently we've tried through using the free day secondary education funds under an infrastructure. We've come up with several buildings, and in addition of 7 at least classrooms. I want to thank the Ministry of Education for that. I want also to thank the CDF Mumias West, because where we are now, the 3 classrooms were put up by CDF. The Mheshimiwa has done so much for the school. In fact, when I arrived, I was informed that the school was constructed by CDF, and those 4 classrooms that I found actually were constructed by Mumias West Mumias West constituency. That's a plus.
For Maisha Education segment, Maisha Television, I'm Millicent Makoha.
In the sense of this law.
A bold and incisive feature there, and now let's get our daily special feature, My Hustle, My Story, where today we look at Amazon Gardens. The world today needs a prepared mind that is set to focus on what tomorrow will stand for. That means it is always better for early preparation in some ways, one of them being infrastructure setups like hotels and other public amenities that even in turn provide jobs for the residents of the affected area or the country at large. Amazon Gardens, located in Matungu sub-county in Kakamega County along Bungoma Mumias Road, is a well-set-up resort that reflects the kind of good reception, services and treats that everyone hopes for, as the manager narrates.
My name's Evelyn Lusike Wanyonyi. I'm the manager of Amazon Gardens, which is just part of the branch of the Amazons. We have Amazon's Kakamega, Amazon's Kuku Joint in Kakamega and Mumias. So this is the gardens. It summarizes the Amazons. Across the road we have the Amazon's Kuku Joint Mumias. It is situated along Mumias, Bungoma Road. That is Lukoye.
Amazon Gardens is the best home for this festive season as it offers many services, among them being foodstuffs, accommodation, conference facilities, swimming pool, among many others, with a conducive environment.
We offer family home away from home environment. These our foods are affordable. The accommodation is classic, clean. And we host also conferences, parties at affordable rates, graduation parties, and there's always introduction. So anything else, I think we can always try to see if we meet. But right now we have all the space, and apart from just the restaurants, we also offer tents, chairs for that. We run events. That is the general word. We run events, outside catering, and weddings out of here. And there's much that can be done in garden and also outside. We have all the facilities that are portable to wherever you want to. This Amazon can be even in your home.
Its closeness to the highway is one of the advantages the resort enjoys, as it attracts a big number of customers who prefer it due to easy accessibility.
Yeah, the Amazon Gardens is located at Lukoye, near Amazon Lexon petrol station, some meters from Mumias town.
For My Hustle, My Story segment, Maisha Television, I'm Kering Chebet Reader. And now to a new segment 5/5, apathy. We have talked about this with respect to especially young people when talking about why they have not registered as voters and why others may not vote on 9th of August. But have you looked at the campaigns lately? What do you see? Anything different? Look again. What about, can some of the campaigns convince the Kenyan voter of a different future? If as Kenyans we were hoping for a different future, for better pay, more income, great environment to do business, better healthcare for us and for our loved ones, is there anything new we're hearing from those campaigning at the moment that convinces one of these? Folks, we have incumbency in both of the big coalitions at the moment. On one hand, you have a candidate promising you more of the same, when ODM leader Raila Amolo Odinga promises to follow the footsteps of Uhuru Kenyatta, and on the other hand, you have the UDA party leader, Deputy President William Ruto, raising issues about Kenya's economy and critiquing decisions he was part of that he once viciously defended until the relationship with these boys turned sour. So, why would one expect anything different? Who will take the country in a markedly different direction? In addition, we have seen our national politics dominated by much of the same faces for decades. They simply put on a different team jersey when the transfer window opens, and they shift teams depending on the season. We have even seen others resurrect all political careers. Further, we've seen yet others complain rather loudly about boardroom deals amongst themselves that Kenyans were neither privy to nor assented to. And now we're expected to have them uphold private deals that have nothing to do with any of us. It has been a game of musical chairs, complete with handshakes for every season, from Raila Odinga and Moi to Uhuru and Ruto, and then now Uhuru and Raila. Is it no wonder then that we have voter apathy? Perhaps it is time to stop lecturing the young people in this country and harping on about their responsibility on the morning of August 9th before we castigate those who choose to sit out this election and throw at them all manner of inspirational quotes about those who don't vote. Perhaps we might want to look at the totality of the system and go beyond simply changing the leaders, but rather root out the entire system. That is our Prime of 505 today with me, Vida Kirin Tibet, and that marks the end of the comprehensive bulletin Maisha Prime News. But continue tuning into Maisha Television for more comprehensive, educative, informative, and also entertaining programs from the editorial board and everyone who made this a success. We say thank you. Remember, Maisha Prime News airs every Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. and 9 a.m. and also weekends at 1 p.m. Enjoy the rest of the video.